welcome to Coco Wednesdays. I'm Coco Kinsey. This is my first official video, so I'm so excited to be able to share this time and space with you all while we sip and pour out of our cups whatever we need, and I hope you're able to pour in whatever you need and take whatever you need from this episode. Every Wednesday we'll be diving into different topics. So this week's topic is about self-care. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my journey and what brought me here. So before I start that, I want to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. I am a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a homeschool mom, I'm a small business owner and entrepreneur, I'm a writer, I'm a lover of books, I'm an all-around creative and animal lover, but also I'm someone who struggles with mental health. It's been a huge part of my journey and actually what brought me to this very moment. So let's take a look and get back into what brought me to this very moment. Let's take a look. I am kidding. We are not going back that far in my life at all. I promise. 2018 was kind of the year for me where everything came to a head. We'd had some other stuff happen some years before, which I'll share in another video. But it was a tough year, and it was kind of the tipping point where some stuff needed to happen for me. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
A couple of years prior, I actually left my job in corporate to come home and help take care of my dad, who was recovering from cancer, and as well was beginning his dialysis treatment.
And so that was tough in itself, because anybody who's had a sick parent knows that it comes with its own unique set of challenges and fears. And so you add the layer on top of that of leaving corporate and coming to be a stay-at-home parent, and the stigma that comes along with it, and just the disregard. And I just felt I just felt displaced. I felt disrespected at times by people, or let me not say that, maybe disregarded, and but still trying to keep up the smile. So trying to be what everybody needed to be. I wanted to be the best daughter. I wanted to be able to be there for my parents at every second, anything they needed. I wanted to be the best mom. My child had to learn everything. I was going to give him all the time. We were going to still play, even if I had to be at a doctor's appointment for my dad. When we got done, we were going to go on play dates. My stepson, I didn't ever want him to feel out of place as he's adjusting. I wanted to be the best for everybody but me. And so trying to be the best wife, the best daughter, the best mother, the best stepmother. I literally had nothing else to give to myself. And at times, because I put on the mask so much to smile, sometimes I didn't even realize that I wasn't okay, because that just became the normal. And it was tough. I mean, I was wearing my husband's clothes, my hair was in a scarf all the time, to the point people thought I had it on for religious purposes. Because which in its own self is totally fine and beautiful, but I wasn't even wearing it in a pretty way. I literally didn't care. I looked a mess. And so the end of 2018, my husband, he was starting to realize, okay, look, this is getting ridiculous. I can't even find my clothes. You need to do something, just spruce up, feel, he wanted me to be happy. So he suggested that I do this.
Let's start there. I'm bringing sexy back.
So while I was over there bringing sexy back, needless to say, 2019 led to this. I must say the photos did make me feel amazing. Liz is awesome. I'll be sure to leave her information. I did feel good, but I have no complaints either. 2019 pregnancy, for what it was, as rough as it was, in a sense, it was easy, but there was also some scary moments. Then came 2020. We were still going good. Everything was beautiful, right?
I mean, seriously, all was well. We had our new baby. We had our other two precious boys. We had just purchased 2 new businesses that were going well. All was good. And then came this.
Yeah, so I felt like the whole entire world was imploding. Because even though my son's birth was traumatic, which I was experiencing some postpartum, and again, like I already suffered on some level with depression, but usually manageable and more so circumstantial, where it may have extremes based on whatever's going on. But it was taken to extremely new heights just with the anxiety for COVID, the being in the city, hearing tanks come down my street, police cars with all the protests and stuff going on, helicopters. I was losing my mind, not to mention just the day-to-day things of being a mom, being a wife, then worried about our new businesses, like how was that gonna go? And so at first I thought that, okay, well, this could be on some level normal. And just as time went on, I was like, okay, girl, we need some help. We need some help. This was me. I tried everything. I tried to increase my yoga. I eat pretty healthy already. I tried to eat even healthier than I was already eating. I literally tried everything. New look, new do, and dyed my hair pink. Nothing was working. Yeah, so that's when I realized, like, we're gonna have to dig a little deeper in and get a little bit extra help. So whatever that may look like. Because I had started hallucinating, and the anxiety was getting pretty bad. It was getting pretty bad. It was getting bad to the point I was terrified of everything, but terrified of everything in the sense where, like, just to give an example, if my arm started hurting or my chest, then I would literally think I was gonna die, and I would like pop an aspirin. It was bad, and I did get medication, and it helped. It helped a lot. Oh my God, it took so much of the anxiety off, and so that was amazing. But I still felt like some kind of void missing, and that's when I really thought back, and I was like, okay, well, so often as humans, when we feel good, we kind of tend to set aside what we use to help get us through. And this goes pre and post medication for me. So I really thought back to the things that I know helped me, and like, just so getting into the discussion of what does self-care look like for you. So for me, self-care can look like, for me, self-care really can look like a lot of things. It can look like scheduling, because something that a lot of people don't talk about is when you are depressed or you feel anxious, so often you don't feel like bathing. You don't feel like getting out of bed. You just don't. You might not, because I know a lot of times people go to extremes, and you might not feel like you want to die per se, but you just feel almost lost, and you just feel overwhelmed, almost like there is literally a weight keeping you down. And that's just kind of where I was living, and I wasn't feeling anxious. I was just kind of surviving and going through. And so I got back to the things. Journaling helps me so much. And I had a dear friend who came by, and she knew I was in the midst of just craziness. She's a nurse, so that really helped. And she knew stuff that I didn't know or had never even heard of when it came to postpartum, and you know. And she bought me a journal, and that meant the world to me. And so I was able to write down my thoughts, because a lot of times, if you do suffer with mental illness in any capacity, whatever it may be, because there's so many different levels and spectrums, but your thoughts can get cloudy, your mind can be all over the place, or just sometimes you just are trying to function. And so when you're trying to function, like you don't want to be overwhelmed by every little thought. So, but being able to write out those thoughts and come back to them when I have a moment of clarity is amazing. I really love that. Also, just some simple things for me that people take for granted. I love moisturizing my hair, and like it makes me feel amazing just being able to touch those stress points. That's self-care for me. Moisturizing my face, and some of this may sound vain, and it's not at all. Like, it literally just are things that make me feel good. And a lot of times, because they have essential oils or certain essential oils, they make me feel good. They're very calming. And so I love that. What you put into your body is important as well. I can be a health nut at times. I mean, overall, I'm pretty healthy, but I can be a health nut, but I do not judge others for what they do. But I do say be cautious of what you put in your body. Be good to yourself. I take black seed oil every day. It helps make me feel so good. I have had real bad asthma, so with black seed oil, and I take a green drink made with greens. It's called Chlorophyll. Amazing. I have not had problems with my asthma or allergies since I've been consistently taking it. There's also a little tincture that I got from another lady, and it's specifically for moms who have had babies within a year, I feel like, or even if you haven't had a baby. Just the herbs are really good and really calming. And since I'm not in that extreme state anymore, I can tell the difference when I take it, and I really I love it. I do. And I love even more than that I'm able to support small business. As a small business owner, it's really important to me to be able to support small businesses. And so I know that may not sound like self-care, but it really is just doing things that make you happy, that are near and dear to your heart, things that you may take for granted. I am going to leave a list and pictures of all the things that I have discussed, and some more that I just recommend that just are pick-me-ups. I'm not getting paid at all for any of this. These are just things that I wish somebody would have taken the time just maybe to talk with me about, just something that makes you happy that you could try that might bring a smile to your face as well. And my ultimate favorite is this. I absolutely love it. It's the Starlight projector, and it just makes the house magical. And I say that because in COVID, there's so much that we can't do, or you might not feel comfortable doing, whatever the case may be. So I don't care if you stay with your mom, your auntie, if you stay and have a closet, make wherever you are special. Make it yours, make it your area. Just love yourself, love on your space. It makes a huge difference. So like I said, I will be sharing all of this information and also some of my favorite podcasts that I listen to that help me get through. And I'll also be sharing my own playlist that I come up with that kind of when I'm down, that kind of helps me have fun and dance to lift my spirits. And I'm pretty eclectic, so I might be listening to Womack and Womack, then go to the Cranberries, then Every Time I Die. Like, I am all over the place. But I hope, and I really do hope that it brings you the joy that it brings me. I am so grateful for you all giving me your time today. And as a thank you, if you like, comment, and subscribe, or like, subscribe, and comment, just let me know your feedback. And as a bonus, next week I will be doing a raffle for those that do comment, and I can see it and I'll tally them up and put them in, and whoever's name I pull, I will be giving a basket, a self-care basket of all my favorite goodies, and valued at least $100 or more of my favorite items. And I really hope that they bring the joy to you that they bring to me. Thank you again for sharing your time. Like, subscribe, and comment, please. And I look forward to chatting with you guys next week and hearing from you guys. Also, check out my Facebook, my Instagram for other daily content that I post in between. But until then, I look forward to checking in with you and see you next week. Peace. Each of these are some of my favorite self-care products that I use daily. Check out the box below for any information on any product you see that you may be interested in. And please comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and let me know what's your favorite.